Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the season restart of the World Motorsport Championship here at the Euro Speedway for the German 300. Henry Holmsen proving that the mod change is not going to slow him down with a Holmsen Engineering 1, 2 and 3 in qualifying, and then it's the Russia GP guys and Zero Media making up the top 5. Let's go down to the track now for the rolling start of the race with Holmsen on pole. Now, what would he be able to do? So the pace car is finally here, and Henry Holmsen leads them away. Then P2, Jack Kearney. What can he do? Can he get another win against his teammate Henry Holmsen? Then Max Riemüller is P3. Dominic Roken, P4, Will Barnes, P5, highest place rookie there, P6, Alonso, then Bruckbacher, Newman, Checo Wilson, and then Gonzalez Cataba only just scraped into the top 10. Patrick Dressel was P11, Robin Eade P12, Marcel Zaidner P13, Hildebrand P14, Desuki P15, Termini 16th, and last. As we now get ready to go racing again in the World Motorsport Championship now. Can anyone stop the Holmsen cars from running away with it? Well, I have to say they have to be pretty damn quick to get anywhere near the pace of these guys, as they now round the final corner as we wait for the season restart of the World Motorsport Championship, and it's going to be Henry Holmsen who leads them away for the green flag. And we are now racing in the WMC once again. It's a good start for Holmsen, almost too quick even. Jack Kearney and Max Riemüller are going to go side by side, but look at Will Barnes trying to go around the outside, and there's chaos further back. Absolute carnage there. What the hell happened? And now we've got more contact involving Robin Eade, and that is a definite caution. As we now turn our attention back to the fight for the lead. Oh, and Henry Holmsen is pulling off into the pit, so he did get away a bit too quickly there. Now it's going to allow Will and Jack Kearney to battle. There's a bit of contact, but Kearney runs a bit wide. Barnes chases him over the line. So Barnes up to P2. So Kearney, Barnes, Bruckbacher, Ronzo, Roken, Wilson, Zaidner, Hilbrand. And we are under caution for the first time in this event. So, let's take a look at the replay of the start in a moment. So, oh, it's Newman, and he just gets flipped. It's an awful crash. Awful. And is that... where's Kearney? Oh, Kearney pits. That's interesting. And that means Barnes leads. It's just caught him. And so we're under the safety car. Mere laps into this race, mere seconds even. So Will Barnes in his first event is going to lead the race. And there are no Holmsen cars near him at the moment. He'll be pleased to see. Yannick Schneider, our safety car driver. Termini also in the pits. Right, so let's take a look at the positions and see what has changed, because we've got a lot of people in the pits. So it's Barnes, Bruckbacher, Ronzo, Roken, Wilson, Zaidner, Hilbrand, Desuki, Heyman, Riemüller, Kearney, Holmsen, Eade, and then Zaidner, Hilbrand, Desuki, Heyman, Riemüller, Kearney, Holmsen, Catavo, Eade, Dressel, and then we've got Termini's behind the pace car in the standings for this race. That's interesting. Looks like the pace car is going to stay out for another lap, so Will gets to lead that. And hopefully we should see some proper racing, apart from any more carnage, which we do not want. And the Lost Boys by Russia GP occupy 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So they're definitely in the hunt. We can see the 3 Helmsend cars well out of position. Not the start they would have wanted at all. But nevertheless, those guys are awfully quick. And with all these slipstreams and all these cars close together, you just don't know really. Let's just pray we don't see any incidents up front. And we get ready to go again, hopefully, or we're going to have another lap. And we've got another lap of the pace car. I think these pace car periods are a bit too long, personally. But we do need to make sure everyone's relatively close, so we don't have people half a lap behind and all that. So, drizzle. So Riedmüller is now the lead Helmsend car. So I don't know how he's going to cope with that, because these guys are very quick. So I wonder now, as we wait for the pace car to come back in, and we're ready to go racing. Will Barnes will lead them over the line. So we can go green once again in the World Motorsport Championship, and Barnes is first, and he's got a very nice launch. The others were almost a bit slow off, and Alonso, Roken, and they're all having a go at each other into turn 1, but they've got through it cleanly, I think, this time. Now Riedmüller is on a charge as we go down the back straight. And Riedmüller already making up places, fighting his way past. I think that's one of the Russia GP cars. And Riedmüller now only has 2 more cars, and that is, he's going for it. He's got incredible straight line speed. Riedmüller is about to take the position on the inside, going on to the next lap, and he is through. The next car to him is Will Barnes in P1. So if he can just try and get close to him, he's so quick in the straight line as the Russia GP cars battle it out on the back straight. Well, Gonzalo's Catapult struggles. Bit of smoke from Barnes' car, but shouldn't be annoying him too much, hopefully. They are spreading out now a bit. Got another car in the pits. That is... oh, looks like one of the Austrian racing teams. I think that's Dressel. I believe that is Dressel, I'm not sure though. And oh, that was a heap of contact into the straight. There's now a Renault racing car in the middle of the track. Oh, and Barnes is lifting a bit now. And Riedmüller is right on his tail, and Riedmüller takes a position down the inside. Great move. Barnes just lifted by the looks of things. I think he saw an incident and woo, trying to avoid the debris in the middle of the track. And there's got to be another caution. Yeah, there is no way that they can keep racing with those cars moving around like that. So it looks as if Barnes lifted because he saw Robin Eade with no rear wing and thought it was the pace car. Because you can see in the chat box that people are confirming that there's been an incident. So he's checking that. And he sees that, and yep, the pace car is out, and we have our second caution. And we're only on lap 11. So it's not great, but still better than having a heap of cars. Oh, Catavo's into the pits. Let's see what he's doing. And he comes in now to repair damage, new set of tyres probably, because at this point you can try and do something with the strategy and play about. So Barnes P2, Reed Miller leads. Where are the other hands-on guys now? So we've got Brooker, Roken, Kearney is 5th, Hermsen is 6th, and it's Max Heyman 7th, Alfonso P8, Ryan Desuk P9, Gonzalez Catabo P10, Nicholas A. Hildebrand P11, Marcel Zaidner seems to be out in P12, Patrick Dressel P13, Checo Wilson seems to be out P14, Atola Telemini still showing in the race but going very slowly, and yep, he's got no rear wing in P15, Robin Eade nearly a lap down on him in P16, Patrick Newman I think is currently, yep, Newman is last in P17. The sole Newman racing car and Checo Wilson right in the middle of the track. So a bit spread out from the pace car now, as we get ready to go racing again soon, I would hope. So we've got another lap of the pace car though. So just a little longer until we can get going again. In terms of strategy, I don't know how many stops people are going to try and do, but we'll see. Will's having a lot of lag, and he's now passing cars. His car was frozen for a moment, so I don't quite know what's going on. There's debris at the start finish, pretty awkward. So Barnes is just going to try and make his way past. Don't quite know what happened to him, but it looks as if it was just a bit of lag. But they're coming out the final corner now. Seems to be his car was freezing on the start finish straight, don't quite know why. But we have another lap of caution. And we just really want to get back to racing. It looks like all the cars are out of the way now, or in the pits being repaired or retiring in some cases, but in fact we're ready to go again. I'm certainly ready to go. Let's just see then if the pace car pulls in this lap. On board with Max Reed Miller, getting ready for the restart, you would hope. And he will lead them away, I think. Still got another lap. It's getting a bit repetitive, this. Too many cautions. We want to get to see some racing, and I don't think this is the way to do it. So it looks like the pace car is in this lap, I'm assuming, as we ride on board with the number 14 car, and now the Renlian Racing car's right near the back, not what David would have wanted, but still. As cars retire, it's all about who can survive, really. With all these caution periods, getting ready to go again. And there's been contact, there's been a lot of contact over there. Looks like Hermsen, who's got no wing, there's a car going slowly there. Let's just rewind. The pace car was about to pull in as well, that's a purple rear wing, that looks like Will Barnes's. don't quite get... Oh, is that... Let's just rewind here. Looks like Max Heyman. Yeah, looks like Max Heyman's had something to do with it, just going straight on due to lag or something. Back. And there's... Oh! Max Remula was very lucky to dodge, but Barnes has lost his rear wing. Luckily, the pit lane is just down. Oh, that is a shame. He's got an hour wait. Awful long time to get back, and his car won't steer because of that. And no, that is... Oh, we're going to have another caution at this rate. Barnes is... Oh, and there's more contact. That's just caused a massive pile-up. And Will is trying to move out of the way and not doing a bloody good job, actually. Now, he can't turn around or he'll get disqualified for wrong way. He's got to make... He's going to try and crawl. But we'll try and let the other cars pass first. Oh, and looks like we're already going to have another caution period. It's getting a bit repetitive. Barnes is trying to make his way back. And oh, that's Max Remula. That's a big impact. Oh dear, sorry Max. We were trying to move it, but because of the rear wing, he's now beached on the outside of turns 1, while the other cars are just going to lap him and lap him again, and that's just his race down the toilet. He can try to get it going again. We'll see. At the moment it's not looking good for him. He started 5th, moved his way up into the lead at one point, now running right down near the bottom of the field. He's just about to get it undone now. Or is he? There he goes. He's going to get it. Oh, he's going to get it stuck again, isn't he? Wow. Not good at all. And he's now running down in P10. He just dropped 8 positions. And he's got to do a pit stop yet. P11 now. He's just going to try to pull over to the slower side of the track and just try and crawl back to the pit lane without getting in the way, but he's not going to be able to do that easily. He's going to go slow on the inside, but it's going to be quite difficult to move out of the way on the next turn. So he has to cross lines and go to the outside, but he's just going to try and coast back. And now it's a damage limitation mission for Will. That's a shame, but still the race is young. And who's that coming out of the pits? Looks like one of the Russia GP cars of... Got a Rendian racing car just basically just doing nothing in the pit lane. Heyman, Telemini. Oh, we've got pace car out again. That's definitely the right decision. Heyman, let me see. Oh, Remula is out. That is a shame. Really is, actually. Let's just see who's leading now. Rufaka. Then it's Kearney, Roken, Holmesen, Ronzo, Catavo. I think that's where Grant's pulling into the pits. Heyman, Hilbrand. Remula is now out, so he will drop. That was Desuk. Barnes now is it's Eid, Drazel, Telemini, and Newman. Pace car. And Zaiden is out, Wilson is out, and that is your current positions as we ride again behind the pace car, which is inevitable at an oval race with so many cars fighting for position at this high speed where the cars are just so sensitive. It's just trying to stick to a line. So we'll have another lap of caution. How many? Ooh, got like a bit of a scruffy one there. Oh, Kearney just took the lead by accident. That's because he went off. It's a bit of a scrappy race, if I'm honest. People are here, there and everywhere. Sorry for the dull commentary, there's not an awful lot to talk about at the moment. Apart from whether the Hamden cars can recover. I'm going to see this pace car pull in. I sincerely hope so. Is it coming in? No, it's not. This is just boring. Still waiting for the restart. And the pace car finally comes in and we are ready to go racing again. As we round the final corner. For Russia GP, this is a proud moment, but look at the Hermsen cars. And we're green, and look at a rocketing start. Woodbacker was way too slow off the line. That's allowed Kearney and Hermsen to try and fight back. Oh wait, the Russia GP car goes back down, steaming down the inside. We've got Hermsen cars second and third. Great restart now for Yadi. But Henry Hamden going around the outside of Jack Kearney, but Kearney will have the inside around the final corner. Hamden pops up into P2, but with the yellow blocker leads the race. Henry Hamden now is getting a tow. But Jack Kearney right in his slipstream. Who's going to make it over the line? We go into 10-1, they go 3 wide. Hamden and Booker, now Kearney. Hamden 1-1-2, but then we've got Russia GP cars just behind. Jack Kearney defends from Hamden, and Hamden goes for the inside into the next corner. Booker is right behind both of them, waiting in the wings, and then there's Alonso. Oh, he makes a big swirl there to try and go for the inside, but he's not quite close enough at this point. Going down to start finish. Kearney and Hamden wheel by wheel and side by side, changing positions all the time as you would expect. Great racing from the pair of them, and awfully close up front. So Hamden, Russia GP, boys, and look how far back they all are. Just a massive gap. It really shows the pace of these guys up front. They're doing a great job. Now the Hamden cars fight side by side into everyone. This is going to allow the last boys a chance. They now come down to the back straight. Now he gets in the slipstream of Hamden and Kearney. He's going to get a double toe down his back straight, but is it going to be enough? 2, 3. And into the final corner. Yeah, he goes down the inside, not quite close enough to the move on Kearney. And then up into the lead, German 300. Getting ready, down the back straight. This is going to be enough. And look at Jakob going to go down the inside into the wheel, still wheel, side by side, almost getting on the grass, so we're now down to the last corner. And it is pretty much plain sailing for them now. As we round the final corner. And plain sailing for the Hamden boys up the front, managing to defend, but they need to pull away a bit quicker. We have got some back markers in the way. Let's get the Kearney Hamden, but But Marcus is switching them there. Who that is, but see, is that another strategic guy? Looks like a mini. Driving towards the final corner now. Once again. They haven't got a caution at the moment. They're doing okay, so look at that. Riding out the final corner, and it's very much the Hamza boys in control of this race here at the Gem 300. I do love its ring. Might as well use this opportunity to talk about the new regulations, or the new car changes. We're now using the Champ car mod, as some of you will have seen obviously, but we now changed the calendar as well. We're still going to run till the end of the year, but the tracks are now more different. For instance, round 2 is now Spa. Yeah, but the points from the previous 7 races will still be the same, and the people from the AMC, which is the American Motorsport Championship, will keep their points as well. So basically anyone new in this league will start from 0 and will be behind everyone else, but now, so the championship does not change. People don't have to completely restart, which I think is fair enough, because people had worked pretty hard in the last 7 races to get where they were and had some pretty good racing as well. But now it's just a case of getting through traffic and back markers for the top 3 cars, and look how far the Hamza cars are pulling away. They're just completely in control of the race now. It's all Refugee Lost Boys just behind them, just focusing on keeping it clean. Got wrecked there. It's just all about avoiding wrecks and staying with the pack in an oval race. So still half an hour to go here at the Euro Speedway. And what's this? We've got Gonzalez Catavo into Patrick Dressel. Ooh, this could be a good battle. We've got a 4-way fight here. As they now ride down, this is going to be very, very close. Getting side by side all over the place, and now coming down the back straight across the line. Here we go, Gonzalez Catavo gonna try and make the move now, stick down the inside, and Catavo goes for it and gets it done. Very nice move indeed from Gonzalez. But Dressel and Heyman are going to come back at them. Doesn't stop there. As new Patrick Dressel trying to go down the inside. Gonzalez bumps the wall ever so lightly. It's going to hamper him a little bit onto the next lap. But he's doing well now. Gonzalez Catavo fighting not where you would expect him to be. As their battle now continues, but up front it's relatively clear up there. Alonso is Yari's next threat, so we wonder if he's going to get past him. But it's inter-teammate battles for the top 5 positions, or top 4, top 5 maybe, places in this race. And so we go bring our attention back to Heyman versus Catavo versus Dressel, as now Max Heyman getting a very, very nice toe down the straight. Gonna look to the inside, over the bumps, slow car on the outside, but now Heyman gets the toe down the back straight. Oh dear, missed as well. Looks like he's had a contact where he just steered into the wall. Oh no, it's not Dressel, sorry. Look at the wrong bit of light contact between the pair. They're running 3 wide. Somebody went off there. Yep, who was that? Was that Patrick Newman, I think? Let's take another look. He's slowing. He is indeed slowing. Looks like we've got another caution, I think. Yeah, everyone's slowed right down. We've got a caution again on board with Will, and now Ronzo, and yep, Patrick Newman is out. So where did that all go wrong? And Yari is into the pits now. So is Casimiro. Dominic Raikkonen is P6, Heyman 7th, Hilbrand's 8th, 9th is Daisuke, 10 Drizzle, Eid, Barnes, Termini, Newman is out, Remuel is out, Zayden is out, Wilson is out, that's the stewards. And yep, so we're now under caution once again. But I got there's plenty of time left in this race. So it's Henry Hamden who still leads Jack Kenny. Alfonso now into P3, Yari Bibaka is now P4. So 2 different teams taking up the top 4 positions. It's Lost Boys by Russia GP and Hamden Engineering with just over halfway to go. So, can Jack Kearney get back at Henry Hamden? It's been a long time since his last win, Surface Paradise, and even then he only won because Hamden made one mistake too many, hit the wall with pretty violent speed, and he was able to finish second, but only just missing out on the win. So it's been a while for Kearney, and the WMC in particular have been focusing with the leagues, including the FWC with Ferrari and the TRS. But now, Henry Hamden can go for another win. His streak ended last time in Las Vegas with a shock penalty for him, and Reid Muller dropped them without contention, and Reid Muller even retired. But it was Nico Rivera who took that win, and that makes him the 3rd different winner in this 2014 season. And then it's been Hamden from round 1 to round 4, where Kearney won in Surface Paradise, and then Hamden rounds 5 and 6 again. So he is definitely on a charge for the title, and point to prove, and Will is right in the mix of back markers there. So he's on a damage limitation mission. Schneider pulls away, and looks like he may be getting ready to pull in, because it looks as if Hamden is now controlling the pace. Because if he isn't controlling the pace, he's a long way back. Yep, there goes the pace car. In once again, slowing a bit, bunching the pack right up for more racing action in the World Motorsport Championship. And it's going to be a Hamden Engineering 1-2 over the line, but will it stay that way as Kearney gets a good toe down into turn 1? Let's hope we all make it through it cleanly this time. And now that Max Heyman just in front of one of the Russia GP cars. That's Alfonso going down the inside, and he is through, I would hope, unless Heyman comes back on the outside. Up 3rd is Yari Rebecca, chasing down Jack Kearney and Henry Hamden. That might be a back marker, and it is. It's a Red Leon racing car. But Lost Boys are doing a very nice job indeed. The Hamden Engineering are a long way ahead as we complete the first lap without the pace car. A lap of racing again. Hard to commentate on this race, there's not an awful lot to talk about. But coming down the back straight, and just look at the gap now, you can't even see the Hamden cars, they're that far away. Coming down, start finish straight, and well, looks like Bubaka and Ronzo are well clear of any more trouble. for the time being. Ooh, sorry, that wasn't David, it was just a person. But he's now got some free air, so maybe that can allow him to attack a little more, maybe make up some time and places. As we turn our attention back to the fight for the lead, Kearney versus Hermsen. Kearney on the back foot at the moment, but that's about to change as he gets a good toe. We've got a back marker in front. Is that going to play into the hands of either of them as they ride back into turn 1? Come on, Alf, change the camera. Riding down the back straight. Jack Kearney chasing down Hermsen. Stop changing the camera. I'm not recording this, by the way. Well, not this bit anyway. As Alfonso chasing down his Lost Boys teammate Yai up front for the final spot on the podium. And they have been quick right from the word go, really. They've always been up there since the very start of this race, and they've been practicing quali. Could Russia's Lost Boys make themselves the second best team in this championship? Well, there's a long way to go yet. They're going down the back straight. Yari guessing it. Sorry, Ronzo getting a good toe. He's closing, but going wide in that corner isn't going to help him now as we now ride down towards the final corner again in the German 300. Still a way to go. And this battle for first and second and third and fourth is far from over. Now look at Ronzo getting a magnificent toe, but going slightly wider into turn 1. So back marker up front, I think that is that Caterpillar? No, just me. Using the back markers to get a toe down the straights. Hopefully they don't just get out of the way nice and quickly. Let's just see who that is. I think that's Heyman. That's right, it's Termini, I think. Fellow teammates, and he does not want to hold these boys up third and fourth. If you ride on board with Catavo now, doing a solid job despite his lack of speed, really struggling to get up to pace. If you look at the speedometer on his wheel, he's nowhere near the top guys. Hermsen setting 379s or something, I can't remember, 368, 338, I think, I can't remember. But nevertheless, he is a long way off, but he's doing a very good job of keeping his car up there at least. And after a solid start to the season, he just needs to carry this through as we ride on board through the final corner with Gonzalez, Speedy Gonzalez. But the wrecks in the early stages of the race have helped him significantly. And with that lack of speed, he's still able to get up. As we look at the speed comparison of one of the Lost Boys cars, look at the wheel, and just the difference between them and Gonzalez Catavo is quite substantial. There's definitely a massive difference in speed. If you look on the rear wing for a brief moment, pretty close. But Gonzalez may well be a sitting duck in the final stages of the race when people begin to close in again, or if we have another caution period, which is still perfectly possible. Final corner. Oh, and look at this as we turn our attention back to the lead. Jack Kearney muscling his way through on the inside. Look at that top speed, it's pretty incredible. He is through and into the lead of the race. Look at the top speed compared to that of Gonzalez Catavo. These guys are definitely a step ahead of the others. There's some debris on the start finish, don't quite know what's happened there. But riding on board with Jack Kearney's gone very deep into turn 1, that's allowed Hermsen back up. Maybe he was just allowing room, riding on board with Hermsen, championship leader. And there's a battle with Robin Eade, and I can't quite see who that is in front. But Henry Hermsen and Jack Kearney still fighting for the lead. Obviously teammates, they've got to be careful. Coming out of the final corner, Hermsen is perilously close to Robin Eade. Not taking any chances or lifting at all. And these guys are well and truly clear of them. their competitors. Henry Hamden now down the back straight. Top speed, ridiculous. And going past Gonzalez Cataro, just look at the speed difference. I know he's lifted there, but at the rate they were catching him earlier, that was a good idea. Oh, Henry Hamden coming into the pit lane. It looks like Kearney stays out, so let's just see. Now is Jack's chance to try and get a really nice lap in and get past Henry Hamden. Let's just see if he has any delays in the pit stop for damage. Fresh set of tyres. Is there going to be any damage then to repair? Because that could potentially ruin the race. He's sitting in there for a while. An awful long while actually. What is wrong with Henry? Oh, he gets away. That was a slow stop. Looks like he could have had some damage maybe, I'm not sure. It's Gonzalez Cataro will be racing him on the exit, I think. Maybe a lap down. Well, Hamden's clear, whatever. He's cut a lot. Right, so when will Kearney pit? Just take a look. Oh, is that him now? Looks like Jack Kearney is into the pit lane. And here is your number 7 car, Jack Kearney. And away he goes. Is this going to be a better stop? He's on the red marked tyres, which I believe are faster, from my knowledge of IndyCar. And on the... Where's Hamden? That looks like it's Heyman to me, I'm not sure is that. And there's Hamden behind. And Jack Kearney just gets himself ahead of his teammate, who's going to be on colder tyres, and he won't have the momentum from turn 1. Brilliant strategy for Kearney. It looks like Hamden may have had damage earlier, but now Hamden is going to come back at him as we ride towards the final corner. Hamden on the left makes a move from the inside. Kearney did not want to defend too hard and risk taking out his teammate if we ride down the straight again to start the next lap, but it's Kearney versus Hamden, and this time it's personal. Nothing has changed in the pecking order for this World Motorsport Championship despite the change of mods. It's still very much what were the Luxembourg team up front. And Hamden making his thoughts abundantly clear and shoving his way through past Kearney. But they've just got to be careful they don't take each other out, especially the lightest of touches at these speeds could ruin the races. Kearney's going to have another go on the inside, he's given them plenty of room. Pretty good racing from the pair of them, probably the best racing we've seen from others all race long. And, some people thought it would be nice to make a wreck as Hamden comes charging back through on the inside. Kearney leaves plenty of room. So it's almost as if they're just playing with each other at the moment because they're on the same team. And they're not going to be too aggressive to one another. But Kearney is now going to go for it again. Although back markers in front, they need to get out of the way. I think I'm just guessing it's one of the Renlion cars. And that hasn't helped Hamden out with the traffic. He's now got to pass another back marker. That was Hilbrand who passed and someone else now. That's given Kearney a little bit of breathing space, but the Lost Boys battle is still far from over further back. For the final spot on the podium between Alfonso and Yari Bubaka. So they're just running wide at the moment, giving each other plenty of room as Hamden takes the lead again. What they're doing is they're not being aggressive in their defence and just allowing each other to take positions. Because as long as they stay with each other, they'll be guaranteed a 1-2, you'd think, unless there's some sort of pace car, some massive crash. All you need to do in an oval race is just stay near the leader, even if you're changing positions every now and then. As we've got Renlion cars side by side, Hilbrand and Daesuk as they ride now towards turn 1. Daesuk on the inside, he backs out. But they give each other plenty of room. All you need to do to secure a 1-2 with your teammate is 1, be fast, and then just control the pace and stay with each other. Because once you lose the slipstream, you lose a few kph or mph an hour. And that's the car Will Barnes a minute ago. And there's Daesuk On Hilbrand. And who's that? Robin Eade. Is he pulling into the pits, or is he just letting... Oh, he's letting the leaders do a thing. Keep changing the cameras, Lonzo. Gosh. Oh, that's like Dressel, because I think Newman is out. And here is Alonso. Oh, and who's that? Looks like it's Will Barnes on the fight back. On the inside of Alfonso, going towards the back straight. I think they're all on different laps, so I think Will's a lap down after those crashes, and he's going to make a move on Patrick Joseph, the Austrian racing team. And I think Will and Patrick are racing for position. So it's nice that Ronzo got out of the way so they can have their fight, despite them being behind. On to the next lap. Gotta be careful you don't get back markers too close. Going wide into turn 1, perhaps the tyres are starting to go away from Alfonso. Down the back straight we go. I want to see more of this battle, but I don't really like the onboards all the time. Come on, I want to see the battle behind. If we ride into the final corner with Alfonso. Doing a good job for Lost Boys at the moment. Running in P4, I believe. It's the cars up ahead. Notice how the cars tend to lose grip and slide a bit more now. As Will Barnes gets past Patrick Joseph for the Austrian racing team, right in the slipstream, low on fuel, fresh tyres. This is his chance. Ooh, Ronzo just cuts him off slightly, I think. I mean, to be fair, you don't expect him to be that good. He's got very nice speed, almost identical to the Hermsen cars. He's still running slower lap times, so Ronzo moves to the inside to defend. Covers the line. And the leaders are just coming up in a moment. I think they are. And Will Barnes right behind Alfonso, who I do believe is a lap or so ahead. But Will isn't entitled to turn lap himself, should he need to. Stone cars, no radiators, by the looks of things. Going into the final corner. Who's that up ahead at Robin beneath? Max Fernandez? Just can't let's see the livery from here. It looks like beneath. And now on the inside, much better grip with those tyres. But they will be getting old pretty quickly. Low fuel is going to help here as now moving to the inside line. That contact was up a little lag, I'm not sure, but the wheel goes on the inside. Ronzo gives him plenty of room, and that's for the running the race is heading a bit away. Ronzo's going to get in slipstream into the final corner. The camera does they get over there. I don't know what is it there. And then out the final corner, Ronzo hits the wheel and spins into the pit wall. And that's going to interrupt some battles, including the battle for the lead, as you just saw there, and the running racing cars. So Ronzo managed to keep it running. I don't know the extent of the damage. Hope it's the wings is still intact, because that's the main part. Checks it's clear. Oh dear. You really need to be careful now, make sure they're completely out of the way and not interfering with any battles. And that's just hard over him running in a very strong position, but he can still make places up. As the very side out there, Gonzalo's cavalry taking place. Whether it's position or lap down, who knows. Ronzo now just needs to crawl back to the pit lane and get out of the way of battles and just pray for the best as who's not coming past. Ooh, be careful mate, there will. We're getting a bit held up behind and I've got a caution, that's why he's not sure whether to pass or not. He sees he's got no other wing and sweep past. So we've got another caution coming out here. The German 300 with USB win licensing. And in comes Alfonso for an unscheduled stop, but being a caution mode, he can come and overtake people on the restart because the pack will be so close, and hopefully he can rescue some good points. Just look at the number of cars who are out here. Not all of those pace cars are not the actual safety cars, we're using the cars coming out. So excuse me, go quicker, I think. Pardon me. Because it's a little bit of a bump, but we've got a good fight on our hands for the remaining laps in this race. Is he coming in again or staying out? It's getting a bit slowly, don't quite understand what's going on. I know you've got to slow down, but it's a long way off there this time. Here we go. Here we go. Riding now, turn on board. In my opinion, we've had a few too many cautions. It's just my opinion, but a lot of people we've seen crashing out early on. If you've had a bigger gap this time. Just be waiting to get going again. And about 10 minutes left, 14, 15 minutes maybe left of racing. Chaotic race. Not in a good way, but still. It's interesting to see overall. Luckily there's just a few races of road and street left. On board with an engineering car. Can't quite see the number of the helmet unfortunately, but it's the leader. That's the pace car. Is that pulling off? No, it's not. And we're going to have another lap behind pace car. And then hopefully we can just get back to some good racing. Ready to rumble. Jack Kenny. Right behind Henry Anderson. We are a bit slow. Anderson going very slowly indeed. I know they have to stay away from the pace car to avoid it getting blue flags and penalties, but I don't know, that pace car's time or something because it's coming out of pit lane now. Good job, pace car. The first time that's happened, remember at the Academy in the opening round. Season got well now. Riding on board with the remaining races now. Surely we should be ready to go again now. So all the pack are close together again. And we can resume racing. Is it going to come in? Really guys, really. Not long now. And I think what really needs to be addressed is how people race on an oval. It's inevitable they're going to do some big laps. But still, there's the onboard shot for Henry Hazard. Jack Kenny is right behind him, but we've also got Bubaka. Oh, Caterpillar. Brilliant race for him, is moving up to 4th despite his complete lack of speed. But surely he's going to be sitting back, as I said earlier, at this point now, because the field are just going to fly past him, I would assume. But you never know. Because the pace car I am praying is now going to pull in, and it does. Henry Hamilton then getting ready to lead them off again. Round to the final corner. Jack Kearney will be hot on his tail, and already he's right with him, and the rest of the field seems to have dropped back. And we are green, and gone. Jack Kearney's going to move to the inside immediately at the first opportunity he takes. Hans then gives him plenty of space just to avoid a collision. Catabo and the other Lost Boys cars battle out further back. We'll take the Lost Boys car might actually have a fight with these guys. So Kearney just needs to cover them off. Whoever's at the rear needs to make sure that the Holmes End guys are pulling away. But at the moment we've got a Lost Boys car in the slipstream, which is not going to be good for them. But lap by lap, the Herman car should in theory start to pull away as Jack Kearney gets another good toe and goes to look to the inside of the turn one. Herman again, clearly giving him lots of room. But I think by doing that, he's allowed one of the Lost Boys cars to get right on the tail, right on his rear wing, and now Herman has to defend. And so does Kearney, because this is not going their way now. We've now got a position check for second, and Kearney and the Lost Boys car wheel to wheel and side by side, riding out of the final corner now. And it is just too close to predict. The rest of the field are left for dead, to be honest. And Hamden, who leads Kearney, who leads Quicker, who leads, I'm assuming, Catabo still. But then you have to sit and watch, because it could well be a split podium for the Hamden cars. This is so close, you cannot predict at the moment. We've got Lost Boys car waiting to rain on their parade any moment now. Out the final corner we go, and we're going to get a great slipstream down the start finish straight to the inside. And I believe Hamden's got to defend now. Kearney leads. Hamden needs to get past Kearney if he wants to win this race. Hamden now is when he wants to go to the inside for the next corner. But even then, I'm not sure he hasn't got quite enough speed to take the position. It's going to be very, very close. Now the Lost Boys car is going to go steaming down the inside of Kearney, but Kearney just manages to hang on. This is when the Luxembourg cars, well, who were the Luxembourg cars who are now Hampton Engineering, need to be a bit more cautious and a bit more concerned, because they've got a steaming Lost Boys car coming for them, and this could really ruin their 1-2. Not that we would mind that, of course. Great action, great racing from both of them. Riding down the back straight with Alfonso. Because if not, there's been a substantial gap that's been made, or not. Coming out of the final corner, there's the smoking car of Barnes, who's obviously got his radiators right down because his mechanical failures don't seem to be on. But going for the outside now. Can he get the position? And Catavo demoted to 5th for the time being. Just look how much he's struggling with his top speed. He's nowhere near the home. Well, nearly near. He's closer now with the Holmes End guys, but probably only because his fuel is coming down now. And Barnes is just going to be right behind him. It's a three-way fight. Catavo got much better stability and goes to the inside line. He's through for now, but he's got to defend from Alfonso, I believe, right behind him. And there's Will Barnes behind both of them. And he's on a mission to finish 7th and catch Max Heyman. He's getting a double slipstream from the cars in front of him. Catavo goes wide to try and leave Ronzo some room. Now Barnes is right on their case, and he's got a great momentum now from both the cars. He moves to the inside. Catavo turns in, and we're getting a bit held up. Has to lift. He's hit the wall a bit, and that's allowed Max Heyman through again. So Heyman is up into P7, and Will is going to be a bit annoyed at Catavo for slowing on the apex. Well, he didn't slow on the apex, but he held him up. Not really his fault. His car isn't that quick at the moment. As now Max Heyman is going to have another look. Getting a tow from Gonzalez Catavo. Will is going to get a triple slipstream now from 3 cars. And all Catavo having to go defensive on a car that's a lap down. And Barnes hits Catavo. Catavo's lost his wing. Catavo's got to go into the pit, and that's a massive impact. What the fuck was Will doing? So, and that has just ruined his race. Luckily though, most of the field are a few laps down, but what the hell happened? Looked as if Will was struggling with his car. His tyres are a bit older now, so when he went to move, the other cars were a lot slower than him, because obviously he had an incredible high speed margin, but then when he went to move, because the cars are so sensitive at these speeds, just a tiny movement on wheel, and that sent him into Catavo, and that's really not a good way. And he's going to have a drive-through penalty confirmed for Will Barnes car number 3. And there Will completing his drive-through, but Catavo's clearly lost out the most here. And that's a shame because we've only got a few laps to go and the battle for the lead is going to hot up. Just look at how much time Catavo's lost out. It's going to be about the same as what Will lost before. But that is such a shame for him. That tyre by the pitbull kind of just sums up the race really. Chaotic, mad, and there's a three-way fight going there. That's including one of the leaders. Gonzalo Catavo joins, and he's down to P6, so it's still a solid result gathering from where he started, but down in P10, but he'll be fuming over that. I think Will just swerved to try and avoid a slower car, and then because these are so sensitive, obviously his setup wasn't designed to be stable. But still, Catavo can still gain something from this race. Yeah, and he goes steaming down the inside. I don't know if that was for position or not. Wish Ronzo would go to the battle for the lead again. And there's on board with Will Barnes now chasing down Max Heyman for P7 with a handful of laps to go. And here we go, back to the fight for 1, 2 and 3. Look at the Lost Boy car. It's fighting with the top dogs. That restart has really played into their hands. And up front you can see Will getting probably in their way. He's going to get the blue flags in a sec. He's getting held up by Heyman as they now ride out of turn 3. Hamzen and Kearney. And Kearney is behind at the moment. Hamzen leads with just a few laps to go. And look at the Lost Boys car trying to make a move for the inside up into P2. Is Hamzen going to have the speed around the outside? Or Kearney, sorry, to go around the outside. Hamzen leads Kearney, leads Bupacker, and it's a slow car on the inside that looks like a Wendian racing car, unfortunately without its rear wing. Down the back straight, I believe they must be getting blue flags now or later, and we're getting a bit held up by the cars in front. Side by side they run, and Kearney is into the lead. Robin Eade and Will Barnes are just in front. Side by side, or is that Roken? Is it Roken or Bupacker? I'm not sure. I've actually forgotten. I'm sorry if I got it wrong. We've got the Lost Boys chasing down Will Barnes. So Will Barnes? Yeah, what was it? A lap down. But could this be a Lost Boy victory? You never know at this point. It's just so close. And hopefully the traffic don't get too involved with this. But it is, you know, very good Bupacker. Traffic, lots and lots of traffic as we come towards the final laps of this World Motorsport Championship, and it's Kearney who goes for the inside and takes the lead from Henry Hudson. Look at the battle for that, there's just heaps and heaps of traffic. Barnes going right involved in a lot of this contact with Bupacker and Kearney. So Kearney still leading, but there's just so much traffic. Will moved out of the way. He's lost a position to Heyman, I think. He hit the wall, moving as far as he could. But look at this, we've got Robin Eade or Max Heyman now in the way. There's just nowhere for these leaders to go. This is so difficult for people like Yao Bupacker to try and get past. He's now in the slipstream of Eade, who we saw a moment ago, and he's now losing out on this battle for the race win. He ideally needs to be in their slipstream, but this battle for the lead is going to go right down to the final corners of this race. Now look at Bupacker, going to move to the inside against Henry Hamden. There's not quite enough room, and they're going to make it. Hamden engineering 1-2, and Bupacker is going to come in third already. We've got the Austrian racing team car on the inside. Hamzen is now, it's time for him to go for it. absolutely bolt for the win. They've stayed with the pack up until now, and now it's time to go for glory. No more playing around and giving the teammate enough room. This is where Hermsen needs the speed, and by now he's not close enough to make Jack Kearney make a mistake under pressure. He needs a better toe, and Jack Kearney at the moment is in control. He's got a decent gap for an oval race, but Henry Hermsen needs to find something substantial if he wants any chance of winning. As we now watch to see who will take the win. Jari Gulpaka is right behind both of them. Hermsen looks to the inside, but Kearney cleverly covers it off just in time. Hermsen now going for the small gap. Kearney now is not giving his teammate any space, and rightly so, because he is going to try and take the win here at the German 300. Hermsen tries to make his way through traffic, and it looks to be as if Kearney has just made it, and Kearney wins the German 300 by the skin of his teeth, defending like crazy. But it is Jack Kearney who beats Henry Hermsen, and Jari Gulpaka comes home third. A brilliant result for him. What a race from everyone. And before we go, let's just take a look at the finishing order. It's Kearney, Hermsen, Gulpaka, Roken, Ronzo, Catavo, Barnes, Heyman, Hilbrand, Eid, Drezel, Basic, Termini, Newman, Riedmüller, Zaidner, Wilson. And what a race. And we so hope we can get something like that on the road. But it was all about staying with the pack, and at the end, traffic did play a part. But to be fair, Kearney did a magnificent job in staying with Hermsen, who's looked unbeatable apart from on rare occasions. But now Jack Kearney proves that he is definitely a championship favourite. One of the championship favourites, as Barnes does some donuts. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again in a couple of weeks' time for the Belgian Grand Prix. That's all from me, Will, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.